Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start off with the dollar index. Okay, so we'll start with the monthly, right? So next week obviously is gonna be the last week of the month. So price action I find usually be weird last week of the month. So I mean, I'm not expecting too much to happen, but judging by recent price action, I mean, we've been ranging. So let's go to daily. It's been ranging, right? Hasn't really broken up. It's just been taking up both sides of the range. So if we mark it out, right? So if we ignore this, whatever bottom boxed out, ignore that. So make it easier if I just did this. Actually, no. Okay. So we've got a range, right? So we say this high here, and this is how I break down price. And then we've got this low here. So the way I seeing it is we've neutralized the market in the sense that we've taken out stops from this low here and stops from that low here and back within the middle of this range. So if we mark out equilibrium of this range, more or less 50%, you know, here. So the work in this area here, right? This is where bulk of the action is happening, the mean of the range, right? So at the moment I'm still seeing it as a day traders market. Okay, just no trend yet, just a day traders market. 1 second. Yep. Okay, so that's established, so I'm not expecting huge moves. So that's why my bias is changing. Like if it's a trading market, I can say yeah, it's definitely gonna go down to this level all the way down there, or that level all the way up there. But when it's like this, it's, for me it's hard. You can't really say it's gonna go all the way up there. Well, at this point I marked out a bullish scenario on my Twitter, and I said okay, we're holding this block here because of these candles, and then if it continues up, well, this high here, it's a swing high. If you look on the 4 hour, it's going to get taken and then back into what this resistance level here, previous support. But what happened, we broke out and then we start pulling back in. So that idea was off. So when we start taking out other side of the range, we normally would come back into the middle of the range, right, which we've done more or less. So for now it's neutral. So we got to work with what is at hand here. So it's not very clear. So what I will do is now I'll shift to the weekly. I mean, monthly is not really helping much at this point. I mean, overall, yes, we are bullish overall, bigger picture, but you know, you can be waiting weeks and months for that bullish move. So in the meantime, what we'll do is we'll just take what's given to us. So if I mark this out, so I'll mark out the high here, and then from the monthly we'll break it down. So I'll mark out the high. So the high of this block here, so this was the candle, the bearish candle led to the big move up. So this was big buying here, so which the high is 96.31. so let's mark that out, and then as we break down and go to the lower time frame, we'll adjust these levels, and then I'll mark out the body. So the body is the open is 95.98. So let's go to 95.98. See, the only thing I don't like is that my your bias has to nearly change on a daily basis if it's in a range. You know, you can't really commit to a long-term position. Well, I can't anyway, unless. So that's that done. So we've got that marked out, and that encapsulates what this weekly block here. Okay. Where's the next? If we're looking for downside, right? So what is good to, on the higher time frames, you mark out your downside higher time frame levels and your upside. These levels are magnets. Okay. So if you look back at your charts, you realize these high time frame levels are actually magnets. You know, watch how price reacts around them, and you go to the lower time frame. Look how price works those levels. It's brilliant. It's one thing me saying it, but do it and then look at it. It's quite brilliant. So that's the monthly levels. You know, so we've seen now, as we can see on the weekly, look how we've reacted off of that. Right, that's 155 pip move up. Okay, from that. So if we're marking, so on a weekly, if I'm saying lower objectives, right, so I'll just remove this for now. You guys know what I've done there. That's the open. So I'm just going to adjust this and put this here, right, this low. So the next stops, if these lows get taken, it's going to be here. So this low is 95.87. so I'll do 95.87 here, 95.87, and I'll just do a different color. Just do this color here. Okay, so the next stop is going to be resting there. So what's happening on the weekly now? This tells me a lot now. So this sort of changes my bias. So this high here, this high here, this high here, right? So previous week, we came down, we took out this week's low, and this week's high, so that neutralized the stops on both ends of this. This week now we've taken out those stops here and those stops here. So if we mark this out, this high here, the high is 97.75, 97.75, and doing on a weekly, it just eliminates all the bullshit, even on the daily, just this. So let's mark this out, and we'll call it weekly high, right? So if I'm on the lower time frame, so I know that, I'll say if I'm on the 4 hour, and this just looks like a random level to me, this high, if I hover over it, you can see it's a weekly high. Are you with me so far? So I'm going to go through this slowly and thoroughly, so everybody's with me, and this is how I'll break it down. I'll do this every time I do a webinar, because you can actually see how my mind is thinking, and you just got, it's all about repetition, really, repetition, discipline. Okay, so we've done that. So if I was to ask you, now that we've taken those stops out on the weekly basis, where are the stops going to be resting? And we've taken the stops and we've rejected, come back in the range. Where does it make sense for the next stops to be resting? Exactly. So what I'll do, for now I'll remove this level, right? I'll remove this now, and I'll mark out this low here. Okay, so the low here comes in at 96.28. so I didn't even plan this, I just going along with it. It doesn't matter. Old weekly low. Okay, so we know going to next week, probability wise, it's, you know, it's a good probability that it's going to want to take these stops out in, do you know what I mean? And then if it's going to continue consolidate ranging, it'll take that out and then back into the range. Okay, so if they've neutralized the stops here, then if they want to continue, where's the money resting now? The money is going to be resting on the taking out those that are long, so the sell stops. Okay, so the stops are going to be resting there. Is that clear so far? Just off the weekly, look what we've established. Yeah, if these get taken, then we know where the next stops in this, and that is within that monthly bullish block. Okay, so I wouldn't be holding for big moves, because as you can see, look at this candle, look at the range, dirty range. So simple. It's a simple concept. Now let's go down to the daily. Now the daily, similar thing. We've taken out those stops here, and then we're gonna, and most likely it's gonna want to come down now, because ideally what I wanted was for this to hold. Okay, ideally wanted this to hold for bullish. Now it looks to me that we're going to take this out. If this level gets taken out, then most likely we're going to continue lower. So let's mark this out, this low here. This is a support level, isn't it? So let's mark this out. This low here is 97.02. 97.02. Okay, and let's do that in we'll pick all the colors of the rainbow here. Okay, it's a daily low. Okay, so if they were buying within this candle, right, the run, what did they do? The buying led to what? The stop rate of here, to take out these stops here, right? So if they're holding longs from here and they come down and take this level out, what does that mean? It means this candle was a breaker then, isn't it? This candle was used to push this, to take out stops to buy. So if they break that level and they go back into it, what will they do? They unload those longs and start selling, aiming for what? The stops resting here. Is that clear? So if we come down and break this, right, then expect a retest, because we've taken out the stops there. Where's the money resting at now? The money's going to be resting here, isn't it? Take out these, the other end of the range. And on the weekly, we've established that just from the weekly candle. So something like, oh shit, what did I do there? Yeah, here. Okay, and that's it. That would be my trade for the week. So what we would do, if we're expecting bearish dollar, then we would expect bullishness on the euro, cable, you know, the dollar majors, aren't we? So far so clear, right? So that is what I'll be looking for going forward. Unless we get back above here, then I'll say okay, we're going to continue up. And if we do continue up, obviously it's going to be resting there, but I don't think it will stop there. I think we'll probably most likely push up into here, right? And that would do what? Fill this, you know, there's all this gap here. But I'm just aiming for short-term targets. So upside is going to be this here, this swing high here, okay, this swing high obviously as well, and then it's going to be this. So if they're going to get back above that, they're not going to just leave it there. In my opinion, they're going to take it there and push up into this what previous support become resistance there, and whatever it does after that, it doesn't really matter. So that's what I'll be aiming for. Downside, if this breaks, then I'll be probability wise it's going to want to take out these stops here, okay. So that's the dollar index done, and I'm just using that for now. That's it. In this environment, I don't need to look at all other price action. I just need to look at the price action that's happening within the range, within what this here, okay. So far so good, yeah. So we can break that down and say, well, this candle here is a breaker, isn't it? They were buying within this candle, pushed the market up into this block here, pushed it down, retest into there. So most likely if this gives in, this is a breaker. If this gives in, then most likely we're going to want to go down. Lower time frame, we got all this thin movement to fill in, okay. So ideally what I would like to do is let price unfold. Once price unfolds, I mean obviously when the market starts on Monday, you want to let Monday I let price settle in, and then even if you don't get the high, it's okay, as long as we know where the objective is. Then we know where price wants to go, and most likely price wants to fill in these thin moves here. Even if you once you get the price breaking down and you just aim for this price filling this in, that's more than enough. So are we clear on that so far? On the lower time frame wise, where we've got stops resting here below here, I don't believe, because of what's happened on the higher time frame, I don't believe this will hold. If it does hold and we get back above this breaker here, then bullishness continues, and where I'm targeting to the upside. We continue breaking down. Ideally the confirmation for me would be to break this nice clean breakdown, retest into here, look for your session time London or New York, and then you sell it, and then you look for this fill in and take out these stops, okay. That's all I'm looking for now. That's all that's giving me. So far we're clear on that so far, yeah. Okay, that's good. So though does that stay? That stays, bullishness on the euro. Then, if you look for downside, bullishness on the cable, Aussie, Kiwi, etc. Okay. Now let's go down. A cable's been one dirty currency pair to trade. I mean, recently. I mean, this is just dirty chop. So, ideally I wanted cable to come down into here, right? This block here, right? It didn't. But look at where it came off of. We came off of this high here. This is a block as well. Why is this a support level or key support level? Because this candle here, once this closed, we had a buying happening here. So within this bearish candle, the market makers are buying within this. They were buying within this candle here, and they were buying within this candle. Each bearish candle, whichever led to the big moves up, they're buying within them. So you would have this marked out, that marked out, and this marked out, and then you'd wait for price to tell you which one it's going to hold. This is why I don't use limit orders, because I don't know which price level it's going to hold. I mean, I can say, okay, I'm buying here, but then my stop loss has to be wide. So I let price unfold. What's happened? So we've come down into this it's a key support level, remember, and we've come down, taken out this low. That's important. That is. When it's happening on a daily, it's important. We've come out, taken out these low here. So this low is 126.439. 126.439. We've taken out the stops here. What's here? So if we're saying we're bearish on the dollar, then we're looking for buys, aren't we? So if they're taking neutralize the stops here, fill in this void. We filled in the void now. That's key. Where is the stops going to be resting? Above here, aren't we? Okay, exactly, yes. That's where the stops are going to be resting on, isn't it? So let's mark this out. The high is 128.173. 128.173. Okay, let me just quick look on the monthly and weekly. It's monthly. Yeah, it's coming to a monthly block here. Weekly. Yep, it's a key support area zone here. So weekly, we've come down, we've taken out this week's low, that week's low, we've closed back up within the range. Most likely it's going to want to take out the other side, okay? So daily or 4 hour, you can see there's a clean double top here. What else do we have? We have this to fill in here, or this to fill in. Okay, so if we get first target for me would be these highs here. If it continues up, it's gonna be up to there. So from current market, that's 90, that's 100 ticks, and then about 190 ticks there. Okay, this is why I'm just day trading. So cable for now, I'm looking for bullishness, and I've explained that because of what's happening on the dollar as well. Is that clear? I'm just keeping it simple for now. Obviously things can change, so we let price unfold, and it doesn't matter. Get this out of your head, right? It doesn't matter if you miss the high or low. What does it matter? Once you know for sure that the low is in place, then you just go from there, don't you? And you just you know, it's all about where does price want to reach for. I work backwards. I look for where does price want to reach for. What is the probability of price going higher compared to going lower? Once I've established that, then I look for opportunities in the session times or setups to look for longs. If it doesn't give me, it doesn't give me. It doesn't matter. But just take confidence in the fact that it's going the way you want it to. And sometimes it just goes one way. It doesn't give you no opportunity. And sometimes it gives you clear. And when it gives you that clear opportunity, you will fucking smash that balls deep and take it there. Okay? So that's my cable bias. For now, bullishness based on bearish dollar. Okay? Euro. Let's look for euro. Now, euro. Look at this range it's been in. Right? Ideally, I was initially looking for shorts on the euro. I was looking for shorts, but it was struggling to go down. It was struggling to go lower. So I'm just gonna let me just check this out. Right, I was struggling to go down. So what I did then was I'm eyeballing this candle here, right? This candle here. So if I mark out the body, right? I'm just eyeballing right now. It's not exact, but it's about here. Yep. So let's just do this in a big, thick color. Yeah, let's do blue. This block here, big buy off there, and this is equilibrium. 50% of this block here, the bodies, yeah, that's where the volume is. Look at that, it's been respecting that. It's come down, took out these lows, and pushing up. Now that it's pushing up, I'm thinking, okay, now it probably wants to go higher now. Okay, so ideally I want it to go lower, but if it's struggling to go lower, then I'm not going to flip and fight it. So what we do is, okay, we look for longs now. Now I posted a chart on my Twitter, and I posted this block here, and I said the two scenarios are marked out. If it's gonna go up, this has to hold, and it's gone up, and ideally I was targeting that level, but obviously would have gone up before that. And then if it broke this, then we're going lower. It struggled, so it came off here, rallied up, right? So that showed that it doesn't want to break this now. So it's come down, and you could look for the opportunity. I haven't been trading because of fasting much, but it is even if I'm not trading, I will still watch price action. I'll take the odd trade, but it's come down into this 4-hour block here, right? And then if we go down to the lower time frame, this is hindsight obviously, but it doesn't matter. You can see price giving you a setup during this here. It's pivoted off that on the lower time frame. I mean, this isn't a clear setup for me, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's run up there. So going into next week, so I will let 1 or 2 days unfold, and then what I'll do is, okay, now that I've established that, I know where I want to do business now. So this is the one I want to watch. So if what I'll do is I'll mark at the high. So this was the candle that led to the release. The high is 1.11774, 11774, and then the open is 1.11663, 11663, okay. So I do not want to see market go below this, right? This candle here. Upside objectives more or less here. Take out this here. The higher the range. It's come down. It's taken out this low here. This is a swing low here. And now it's going to want to go above. Obviously target 1's going to be there. And intraday there's going to be targets. But if we get above here, then I've marked out, then we're going to want to take out this level here. Basically. and then higher. Okay, the 1.13 plus. So if you're just day trading, it doesn't matter about big targets. So going forward, we've got this candle here. So within that here, ideally I do not want to see this swing low taken. So come next week, I want to see a dip into here, then I want to see a movement away from it. So I want to see price come into here, and then I want to see movement away from it to prove that buying, a little retracement within a kill zone, say London or New York, and then buy up. Are we clear with that? That's what I'll be looking for. If this low gets taken, then I'll be looking for shorts. So this area gets taken, we break this, then I'll push up into there, and then I know where my stops are going to be. These lows here, that's where the stops are going to be. So that's what I'll be looking for. So far so good, yeah. That's what I'll be looking for. Okay, that's euro covered, pound covered, Kiwi. Yeah, so going with the same theme of dollar strength. See how Kiwi was just strong. So the stops are going to be resting here now. This is where I believe they're going to want to take. Short term, it's going to be these highs here. So from current market, that's about 40 odd ticks. That's about 100 odd ticks. You know, I'm happy with that. Even 100 ticks a week doing size, and you know, that's reasonable. So what I'll be looking for is, I do not want to see, ideally I don't want to see this candle get taken, but I'm willing to accept it on this candle here. So going into the week, I mean, look at the way the price move. This to me is a strong market. The way it's grinding up efficiently, this shows strength. I mean, it's efficient. So I believe we're gonna go here up. So we've got, you know, the daily blocks here. So 4 hour, do we have any clarity? It's lagging. Okay, I mean, it's not really, it's a bit choppy to me. So when this happened here, where we came down, took out this low into this block here, right, then it was long. 191. Because I just said, because I'm fasting and because of Ramadan, I just don't have the focus to trade. It's hard to trade when you got no water in your system, and it's just, your concentrations are low. But like I said, even if you're not trading, I think it's always good to stay in tune with the markets. Just study price, you know, have a certain scenarios marked out. If they work out, great. If they don't, then you know, it's fine. So that's what I always believe. And as soon as this happened here, this is a no-brainer long. So start hunting for longs. Yeah. And so going into the week, what I'll be looking for is price to come into here, right? I do not want to see this low get taken. If this low gets taken, then my idea is more or less off. So I'd like move price to come down, which will take out the stops from here, fill in this void, and then shoot up. That's my Kiwi scenario, okay? And then that's target, and then obviously that target there. We'll see what happens after that. So these are just short-term targets. And like I said, in this market, right, you know, biases change so quick, you know, especially when it's range bound. Same here. I marked out a scenario for Aussie dollar to take out this consolidation here, stops into here. The fact that it did it is a good thing as well, because it shows me, it supports my dollar bearish idea. You know, they're really protecting these levels now, which shows a strong buying in here. So always be in tune for two scenarios to unfold. If I'm saying, okay, I'm looking for shorts, but the market isn't moving down, then have a backup plan. What is the other scenario? Then you don't just let the market go. You look for, okay, what could I do next? Well, it's come down, taken out this low, and then it's rallied off. Okay, that's enough for me now. Couple it with the dollar bearish bias for me to start hunt longs. And I don't believe the market's gonna stop there. I believe Aussie is very nice to me. Looking at the futures charts and everything, we're gonna want to come to this level here at least, right? This block there. So from current market, that's 129, 130 pips. So what I'll be looking for is same thing. High here is 75,609. 609. And then the open is just about eyeball here. So within that, we got this. So maybe like we'll see. I gotta see where it bottoms out. So ideal scenario, I like it to drop into, take out this low here. This stops resting here. Take out this low. Give me bullish PA. Wherever it gives me the bullish PA, I'm happy. I do not want to see this low get taken. Wherever I get the bullish PA, I would look for longs. So lower, that's why I use the lower time frame. Everything is hinged off the higher time frame. With the lower time frame, I look for my entries, show me bullishness, and then up. That's the ideal scenario. And then this is going to be my favorite all the way up there. Okay, everyone clear with that? Yeah. I'm only going to do a few pairs, and as the week unfolds, I may post charts on other pairs. Dollar yen, I was looking for longs. If you look at my previous market review video and my chart, yesterday I posted a chart. Let me get it up here. I posted this chart last night, and I said high of the week, price was down here, and it went there. So that was a nice day trade. Ideally, I was looking for dollar yen. I thought dollar yen would ramp up, but it's struggling to. When it's struggling to, then you know, it's just makes me doubt it. Now with the dollar yen, right, the yen pairs, they can do whatever they want, even despite what the dollar does. That's one thing. So if I'm saying dollar's gonna go down, but then dollar yen looks bullish, I'll rather trade the pound yen or the euro yen. And today was a perfect example of, even though I was bullish dollar yen, they held. Look how they held the dollar yen. They held the dollar yen even with the dollar bearishness, but they let the euro yen ramp, and they let the other yen pairs go up. So at the moment, I don't wanna, even though I think dollar's gonna go, I don't wanna short it. If I am gonna short it, then I'll look for a breakdown of ideally a breakdown of this low, but I'm gonna be careful with this one here. So ideal scenario would be, I don't know, maybe a break. If it's gonna go lower, a break of here, this low here, and then a retest into this area here, and then I don't think it's gonna, I think target one will be this here. But if you get momentum below this, then obviously we're gonna want to target this here, fill this void in, all this in. So from current market, that's about 140 odd ticks. Okay, but dollar yen is not one pair I want to short at the moment, unless once price unfolds Monday, Tuesday, and then something clear, and we're around here. If we're around here by then I know, okay, a day trade to 50-60 pips to down there, I'm done. It can go lower, that's fine, but I'm happy to take it up to there. We're clear with that? That's my dollar yen bias. Okay, dollar CAD. Dollar CAD's been another pair that's been doing its own fucking thing. I'm not too sure about this. I mean, gone to my head, I mean, I'd say lower. And even with dollar strength, right, dollar CAD's been dropping. I mean, remember when I called the lower prices from here? If you look back at a couple of weeks ago, market review, I didn't really have an opportunity to trade this pair, get on board this, because it just had a one-way streak. So this is not very clear to me. I do think it may want to take like these lows here, but at the moment it's holding this support here. Okay, it's holding this support area here, and I'm kind of neutral on this pair. I am kind of neutral, I'm not gonna lie. If it's gonna go lower, I do not want to see this pair. So in my previous video I said, if this was gonna go lower, I don't want to see this high taken, but it's taken that high. So I'm in two minds about this. I honestly don't know. They might just hold this pair, because this pair is the one that's been dropping hard, even while the other pairs were consolidating. So notice, right, in the markets, if they want to say ramp up Euro Aussie or Euro CAD, they need to hold one pair and let the other pair rally. So I believe what they might want to do is hold this pair, because it's been having such a big move down, and then let the Euro CAD or Pound CAD move. So there's other pairs that clear out. If once, maybe, you know, once Monday, Tuesday unfolds, this may become clearer. If this starts to break down, I know my downside target is going to be this low here. It's just completely annihilate and just take out this low range here. But for now, I'm just sitting on the sidelines for this pair. I'm not clear on this at all. So that's that. Euro GBP. It's past couple of weeks, it's sort of a consolidation really. So from this, I mean, monthly is obviously looking bullish, but at the moment I can't really see much clarity other than it going up to here. So I think it's gonna go up to this level here, which the low stands at 88.7. What's the low here? 88.796. 88.796. Okay, hasn't reached that yet. It's holding this, it's holding the support here. Okay, so as price stands, the probability for this, in my opinion, is to go higher than lower. If this breaks, then it's lower. But for now, I think it's going to want to reach up into that and take out this high here, take out that high there. And then whatever happens after that, it happens. But for now, I would be bullish on current market. That's about 83 ticks. So it would be euro longs preferable. But yeah, so I do not want to see this get taken. So going into next week, longs on this, so I'd rather choose euro longs. If I'm bearish dollar and euro GBP is looking like it wants to go up, then euro longs are more preferable. Okay, everyone clear with that? I'm keeping it really simple. No, mainly see when you focus on the dailies and weeklies, you know, and then you go into lower time frame H1 and it looks all messy. As you know that from the lower time frame, from the higher time frames, you've got your levels marked out, and whatever manipulation happens on the lower time frame is just fuckeries, really. Okay, so for this to remain bullish, I mean, I do not want to see, we've come down and to neutralize those stops within what, a daily block. So for them to send up, I don't see a reason why they should take it below here again. Okay, so we'll see how this unfolds. I'll just use this as like a barometer to see which pair I want to take, euro or cable. Okay, so for now, I mean, I'm just watching this, and if the trade setup, if it's something set up very clear, then I'll take it long. Other than that, I'm not. But I'll just use that to watch. I have been watching gold, and in previous video review, I said this consolidation here to be taken out, because this consolidation here, because this area here led to the movement up. Look what we did. We came down, took out this low here, right? But then we moved back above that. If we stayed below this, then obviously, you know, I think we would have come down and probably taken these out. But they're holding that, okay? That puts me in alert for, okay, that supports my dollar bearish idea. So going forward, I believe we're probably going to want to reach into this here, and then maybe take out this high here, and then continuation would lead to this double top here. Okay, so if we continue bearishness on the dollar, we're going to want to go up there, and then further this is quite clean, so remainder there. Okay, clear? So if gold's going up, then obviously silver's probably going to go up, and then dollar yen lower. But they're usually inverse, aren't they? Gold goes up, dollar yen goes down. So that's what I'll be looking for. Everyone clear with that? That's all I'm focusing on for now. Obviously, as price unfolds, we may get, you know, more setups, and certain setups that I'm confident on may change, because we never know what's happening. That's why usually I have these plans in place, but I let the market unfold as well over Sunday, and then Asia, and then Monday, to give me, you know, a better feel, the price settling. And I am aware it's the last week of the month as well, so, you know, price can be a bit funny. But as it stands, these are my ideas. Everybody clear with that, right? So I'm going to stop the recording, and then we can take questions. Okay, so give me a minute.